Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a Venus retrograde in Capricorn reading for my dearest Leos. Now Leo, this transit is from December 18th through January 28th. And Venus is the planet of money, love, and pleasure. And she goes retrograde about every 18 months or so. So this forces us to re-examine love and our values and our finances. When in Capricorn, issues around power, control, and lack of integrity may surface. And the healthy expression of Capricorn is integrity, responsibility, and commitment. So during this retrograde, we may have issues arise around love and finances that challenge us to consider whether we're in alignment with what we value and if we're making wise investments or not. All right, Leos, so let's go ahead and see what messages Spirit has for us for this Venus retrograde. If these messages resonate, you guys, I am going to ask that you guys go ahead and smash that like button for me. It does wonderful things for this video, and it really helps out my channel a lot. And I also just want to let you guys know, if you're new or you're returning, how much I love and appreciate your love and support. It means so much to me, and I'm so happy to have you on this journey with me and for you allowing me on your journey. So let's go ahead and see what messages come through for my dearest Leos. So we've got the Three of Pentacles. So what this retrograde is bringing into your life, wow, something coming together perfectly. It could be compatibility, teamwork. It could be just getting into the flow here. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. The King of Swords. The Ten of Cups. Beautiful. And we've got the Three of Wands. Wow. All right, Leos, your overall energy is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So as I mentioned in the introduction, this Venus retrograde in Capricorn is asking us to consider whether we're in alignment with what we value and if we're making wise investments or not. And that is going to lead us to making very important decisions about what stays, with whom we interact, what goes, what we're cutting out of our lives, and what we're continuing and how we're continuing on our path. Now, what this retrograde is bringing into your life is a compatible situation or partner, because for many of you guys, this is absolutely about a soulmate, even maybe a twin flame connection, but it feels like it's about teamwork. It's about compatibility. So for some of you, it's about whether or not the people around you have your back. Do they build you up as you build them up? And I see something absolutely beautiful coming together here for you. Now, we see the Knight of Cups. So for a lot of you guys, you're going to be receiving some sort of offer, whether it's a romantic offer or a proposal. It can also be a job offer, but it's something that whoever's making this offer is emotionally invested in. And Leo, they want you. I also feel like feelings are mutual here. I think it's time. I think you're ready for this. Now, what you can do, though, is the Nine of Swords in reverse. Spirit's telling you there's something here that needs to change. We need growth and evolution. It's a constant in this universe, in this existence, right? But there's something here that hasn't been serving you, whether it's self-sabotage, whether it's a way of thinking or believing, whether it's a relationship. It's an energy of feeling stuck, and there's some sort of behavior that needs to shift and change. Now, if you've been dealing with somebody, boss, family member, lover, spouse, friend, coworker, whatever it might be, and they haven't shifted or changed, then it's time for you to sort of take the reins here. It's time for you to recognize, to not shift the blame to anybody else, but to really take responsibility for your well-being. And if somebody else isn't changing, then it may be time for you to make this decision to see what works and what doesn't work for you anymore. Now, what you need to know, we have the King of Swords. You're coming into alignment. And a lot of my Leos, after a significant amount of time, you guys are seeing things from a higher perspective. You're seeing what works for you and what doesn't, and you're not really that bothered about cutting out what doesn't work for you anymore, because you recognize that this is not only necessary for your well-being and your happiness, you're taking control. Okay, you're taking responsibility for your well-being and for your happiness, and you want growth and forward movement. And so you are going to have to make some head over heart decisions. I also love that because you're also unblocking that throat chakra. You're no longer worried about setting boundaries. You're no longer worried about speaking your piece and what's true for you and how it might affect others. And it's not a selfish act. You're recognizing that this is what's necessary for the highest and greatest good of you, for you and for everybody that's involved in this situation. Now, what part of the past that you need to reflect on in order to help you on this journey is the Ten of Cups. A lot of my Leos, I feel like you may have lost sight of what you truly wanted. For some of you, it may be marriage and commitment. So you may have been in a situation where there was a lack of compatibility. And if somebody wasn't showing up for you emotionally or physically, or whatever it is, even if it's with a job, but it doesn't have to necessarily be romantic commitment, but stability, a house, a home, that foundation to grow. I feel like a lot of you guys, you're recognizing that you may have abandoned that for a particular person, or you may have lost sight of what you really truly wanted and what really makes you happy. But with this King of Swords and this Ten of Cups, Leo, you're not doing that anymore. You know what your path to happiness looks like. You may not know every detail and every step, but you know what you want. And you know what will make you happy, and you're working towards that. In fact, you're manifesting it. And I love this card, the Three of Wands, because you're holding on to that dream. You're holding on to that ideal. And it's coming in a lot sooner, a lot quicker, a lot closer than you might realize. We have double threes coming out in this reading, 33. It's the master teacher number. So you've had to learn some tough lessons to really drop into this energy of, I'm also seeing patience, but you're seeing things clearly from a higher perspective and what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And you know that you need to stay and lean into this in order to have your Ten of Cups. And Leo, something beautiful, much bigger, much better than you were anticipating is coming to you because of this work that you're doing. And for some of you, it's meeting a partner who's on the same page. It may be a business partner. It could be a lover. It could be a spouse. It's somebody who wants to invest as much as you do. And you've had to make some tough decisions along the way, but you've got, this is what's in your sights, your Ten of Cups. And you're not going to let anyone or anything get in the way of that. Beautiful energy here. All right, let's see what additional messages come through for you. We have financial constraints. Yeah. So what I feel here, Leo, there was a situation here that was not good enough. It wasn't good enough for you. It was holding you back. And some of my Leos, you may have been making excuses as to why you weren't able to move forward. But this is the awareness. This is the King of Swords energy. That's no longer going to be your reality, okay? There may have been a person or a situation that was making you feel like you weren't good enough. Because I get this energy that whomever or whatever you were dealing with, Leo, it kind of made you, like, it's not lower your standards, but forget about this Ten of Cups. Because you wanted to make it work with what you had or with a particular person or within a particular situation, but you are making yourself small and you're no longer willing to do that. And we have Archangel Gabriel. So you have some really good news coming to you, whether it's somebody sending you a message or it's some sort of proposal, but you are also unblocking your throat chakra. And I got that really big time here with the King of Swords, speaking your truth. And this is also speaking your truth to yourself, because some of you guys, you're recognizing what wasn't working and what was keeping you small. And it's like recognizing what that is, naming it or journaling it, writing it down. Really, really pinpointing what it was that you were trying to fit yourself to a situation. And forgive me for being so crass, but it was like you were making yourself smaller to fit yourself into a crappy situation, and you're no longer willing to do that. And it's just beautiful. It's so empowered. The World energy in reverse. Okay. Ooh, all right. And we get blossoming abundance. Yeah. And so I get both of these cards coming out, and another number 3, really important here. Yeah, this is you guys, Leo. This is you guys looking at the details. You know, we're about to move out of the Gemini-Sagittarius axis, and it's about really, you know, with the North Node in Gemini, it's like learning to look at the details. It's about learning to also take things, you know, to speak your piece. And I love this energy because to me, this thinking man always represents, you know, Sagittarius, the higher mind, the bigger picture. And he's looking at the details in his hand, that Gemini energy. And so I feel like a lot of my Leos, it's the end of January where we're going to sort of move into the Taurus North Node energy. A lot of you guys, you're looking at the lessons that you've learned from Gemini, and it's about not keeping yourself small. It's about not dimming your light to fit into a crappy situation or believe that you're not good enough or make excuses as to why you can't have your 10 of Cups. And this is you know, and for many of you guys, this may have been keeping you in separation, whether it's from a true divine counterpart. So you may have been dealing with like a karmic soulmate. But whatever it is, it's like you're seeing your path forward. And as a result of closing out this cycle, the World card in reverse, you are keeping yourself from abundance. And what I'm seeing is the reversal of that. And getting this download here with the thinking man, seeing things very, very clearly here, Leo, as to what you need to do and how you need to move forward. Wow, I love that energy for you. Because it's empowered thinking. It's also strategy. It's also clarity coming. And there's a huge blessing coming with that Knight of Cups energy. I mean, somebody's coming in to make you an offer, and look at that. We get with Archangel Gabriel, somebody's going to communicate to you, Leo. So expect some sort of communication, but it's one that is going to make so much sense to you. In fact, you've been manifesting it. So we get compassion. So number 15, so that's Capricorn energy, right? The devil. So you're freeing yourself from karmic attachments or bad behaviors, that overthinking, self-sabotage. Again, no longer dimming your light to fit in to a crappy situation. And this frequency supports your ability to stand by others without judgment and to be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. So I also feel, you know, that this energy of compassion is something that you were always extending to somebody else and not to yourself. Like I'm seeing that you were letting it flow right through you and to everybody else except for yourself. And you're no longer willing to do that because you realize, wait, this is what I need as well. I need, there's room for improvement always, but I'm ready for growth. I'm ready for growth and to go easier on yourself. And it's like you are calling in this abundance as you close out this cycle and no more excuses. And we get the solar plexus chakra, another number 3. So you guys have like 4 3s coming out in this reading. So really important number sequence. So this frequency supports your sense of self, your personal power, your willpower. I mean, this is so Leo, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole, and that you can no longer keep yourself small. And maybe you lost your vision of that 10 of Cups of happiness for a bit, but you're definitely seeing clearly what it is now. Yeah, 33. Look at that. This is so crazy. This is magician energy. Your belief that anything is possible. So something that you may have given up hope on, you're seeing, sensing, and feeling that there's huge shifts taking place for you. Calling in love and abundance. This is beautiful energy, you guys. Let's see what else Spirit has. Oh, yeah. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Yeah, this is a huge awakening and up-leveling, Leo. And you're leaving behind a lower vibrational timeline, one that was keeping you small. And at the bottom of the deck, we have, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Absolutely. And you have this blessing coming in with that Knight of Cups, whether it's an offer, whether it's a proposal. It's just love and it's abundance. And it's like seeing what was keeping you from being your highest expression of yourself, seeing what was keeping abundance from, out of your life. And remember, abundance means so many different things to different people. And it's hinged, Leo, on making this decision, seeing clearly what needs to stay, what needs to go, and speaking your truth. Final messages for my Leos. Observation. Yeah, this whole reading is about you seeing clearly. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. Yes. And inner worlds, that magician energy. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world. So really digging deep there, looking inside yourself and seeing, you know what? This doesn't work for me. This is keeping me small. And trust your intuition because it has been guiding you to the answers you seek. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave it there. If these messages resonate with you, I am going to ask that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading, or if you like the cards I'm using, or you want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. All right, you guys, love and light.